Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years. And they're looking for donations at Tara's Happy Boxes at gmail.com. Tara's Happy Boxes at gmail.com. Of course, you can find them on Facebook. Tara's Happy Boxes and Purses, and it's a great charity, Q.
It is.
They
really
make kids with illness, children with illnesses, terminal.
I saw a couple of those boxes.
Yeah,
They're unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
They really are. She does a great job.
Put a smile on a kid's face, especially this time of year.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
All right. 609-403-0973 is the text board. If you want to send us a text message to get involved in the show, please do 609-403-0973. But let's take some phone calls because I know people are passionate out there.
Yeah,
we don't rip people. We want to hear everybody.
I want to hear everyone's opinion and the good, bad, and ugly.
Right? 609-573-3776. 609-573-3776 is the phone number. And Q, because look, you want to hear a myriad of explanations or reasons why people think the Eagles could possibly win the Super Bowl. They're 8-1. Are you concerned? So they were exposed. Time of possession was a big deal, Q.
Yes.
I mean, they were at one point in the game. It was lopsided. I think that the finish, the total was 32 minutes and 12 seconds to 7:35 at one point in the third quarter. Deep in the third quarter, it finished 2-1, like 40 to. It was lopsided.
It was lopsided. Here's why I'm not concerned. Okay, so the first half, I'm a little concerned. First half, scheme wise, we were outcoached in terms of what they were doing to us in terms of their running the ball.
Right.
Okay. So, and we didn't make changes quick enough. But if you notice, we went in a halftime, we made the change. In the second half, we shut them down.
They only scored 6 points.
Exactly. So, so I'm scared that they're not maybe thinking quick enough on their feet from series to series instead of, to take that long of a time to regroup. But the main thing is they're tackling. Like, they need to be better tacklers.
Well, mainly
so no
second,
matter what scheme you're playing.
Bradbury and Slay are not the best of tacklers.
Yeah, but even up the middle, they were hitting and they were still getting 3-4 more yards. You got to get them off schedule. You can't have 2nd and 3. You can't have 3rd and 1. You need 2nd and 8 or more, 10 or more.
Brian Robinson Jr. ran for 86 yards. Antonio Gibson ran for 40. They both scored a touchdown on us.
Yeah, it's way too much. And you talk about a blueprint, and Jeff Saturday, what do you think the Colts are going to do?
Right, they're going to just run.
They're going to run the ball 50
so
times.
So as a former football player, and I played football, and I remember
you're pretty good. I bet.
I was okay. Listen, but Q, I remember when we played against Paul Collins, who played against Paulsboro. Kevin Ross, Kevin Ross.
Yeah, Kansas City.
He was a linebacker for Paulsboro back. You know what our strategy was? Run right at him.
Yeah.
Why is that? So you're a former linebacker. So he has good side. He was good sideline to sideline.
Yep.
A strong guy, but we went right at him, and that's what they did to us. They went right at us.
Exactly.
To the Eagles.
So what happens is, to run right at somebody, you get a helmet on a helmet,
right?
You block them, and then they can't use their athleticism to beat the guy, the blocker. That's
So you got to get off a block.
You got to get off you have to get off block because there's a man on my end every time blocking somebody, and even a lot of times double team. So you got to get off a block, use your hands, and another thing, they need to do more run blitzing.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Run blitzing.
But pass blitzing, they only blitzed 18.2% of the time. So Heineke dropped back 33 times. They only blitzed them 6. But you want the run blitz.
Yeah, see, I like the run blitz in games up front, schemes up front, so you're not just sitting in the same spot every time. I mean, obviously they
So explain to our listeners, not everybody knows the difference between a run blitz and a pass blitz.
Yeah, so pass, a run blitz is you're blitzing, you're scheming on.
You're doing
obviously
gaps.
Gaps. Obviously, running situations, and then the main thing is you're doing a run blitz on when they have personnel, offensive personnel, like 22 personnel, 2 tight ends, two running backs, 3 tight ends, 2 running backs. When you have the personnel that is a running down and running personnel, you run blitz,
right?
And you just get movement.
Does that expose you? Obviously, that exposes you to the pass, though, right?
Well, it exposes you to the pass, but you're
just hoping that you're calling the right play.
You're calling the right play, and you're in the right gap where they're running to, and you get them off schedule.
Right.
So you 2nd and 10, 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9.
So they were talking about playing behind the chains.
Yes.
That means a penalty or a loss if you blitz them and send them back.
Yep.
Like, say you stop in the back for a loss of 2 on 2nd down. That disrupts their whole
everything. So now it changes everything. It changes everything. Behind the sticks.
So then they can pin their ears back and go get them because
exactly.
pass is coming.
Yeah, because then it's a little more predictable what they're going to run.
All right.
So that's the key.
There's 3 reasons why they lost. One was the time of possession. They were getting the balls. They were getting driven off the ball.
Yep.
On the Commanders' offensive line was driving us off the ball.
Yeah,
they couldn't stop throwing. Number 2, turnovers kills.
Turnovers kills.
I mean, you can't. Quez Watkins, that's why I said, despite the fact that they lost the game or they were getting beat, they still had opportunities to win that game because if Quez Watkins holds on to that ball, they take the ball down and score, and that's it.
Yeah, Turnovers killed them. But here's another thing, Billy. They got punched in the face and they didn't fight.
They didn't fight.
And
is that because they're reading their smelling themselves?
Well, I think so. And this was a wake-up call. Listen, I would have loved.
Now they know they're not invincible.
Yeah,
right?
I would have loved to have been in halftime or the.
Do you think Sirianni's screaming at him? Like, you know what? Do you think Vince Lombardi would have been doing? Or Dick, how about Dick at halftime?
It just they just didn't have that. They got punched in the face and they didn't fight, and that's what bothered me.
You were at the game.
I was at.
What was it like in the stands?
It got quiet. It was
the quiet. It's the most quiet you've heard it.
It was quiet, and everyone was like, "What?" Looking at each other, going, "What's going on here?"
People were like, "How can we be losing the Commanders on Monday Night Football?" Because you even heard like the sports book Consigliere said that Washington is not coming into the link on a Monday night and beating us, and that's what they did.
Yeah, they
beat us.
They kicked their butt.
So maybe, just maybe, you're right. Maybe the sense of, hey, listen, we're not invincible.
Yeah, we're not invincible.
We just can't go through the motions.
Any given Sunday, they're professional athletes.
That's what about, and that's why I wanted to be undefeated. You got to
get it out.
But you said they had to get that loss.
You got to get the loss. But listen, if you're going to lose to a team that you can't lose to the Cowboys, you don't want to lose to the Giants because you're going to be fighting them for the playoffs. So lose to these guys.
All right, time of possession, turnovers. How about the referees? How much stock?
Buy it.
All right, I know you don't buy that. You can't. But guess what? But that face mask. Dallas Goedert got hurt on the face mask.
Yeah, no, they're definitely going to look at that, and that ref will be.
He'll get his grade. He'll be graded lower.
Run,
that was horrible.
It was horrible. But that's just the way you do it. You got to play good enough where you can overcome things like that. That's what you got to do in turnovers.
The referees.
Listen.
Give me the referee. Give me the booze for the refs. Give me the
boo for the referee.
Here the referees. The refs, man.
With all the technology, you can fix that.
Why could they review that?
Yeah, they're not reviewable, but you should have somebody else. Hey, because they all got things.
They all got it right.
Yeah. Hey, listen, he got pulled down by the mask.
Well, guys, we have Dan from EHT. He texted, and he's agreeing with you guys. The most telling thing about Monday's game, according to Dan, was Washington was more physical on both sides of the ball. That's what he was.
That's one thing about Dan. He texted. He's a great
Dan, he's a regular.
He's right about a lot of stuff.
He is. He knows
he's right on it when it comes to sports, man.
Yeah. But that's our.
I'm pissed off that we lost that game. Everybody's saying, "Well, we got it out of the system." I think we beat ourselves, Q.
But we did. But you know how hard it is to be tough. These guys don't do anything physical things in the preseason. They don't tackle. They don't tackle. They don't block. They don't do anything.
Well, you were in the NFL at the wrong time, weren't you?
We were on the field for 6 hours a day.
Oh my God! All right, the first hour of the locker was powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you. With 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA, that's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to stop and see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli mid-size sedan of the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy being called a Maserati. Maserati, the mainline, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available on the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the mainline, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at Maserati, the mainline, today at RDS Auto Group at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. When we return, we'll talk with the sportsbook consigliere Dave Sharapan. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on ESPN Radio, the Illinois Fighting Illini head to the Big House in Ann Arbor for a showdown with the third-ranked Michigan Wolverines.
This game isn't going to make us, but this game can definitely break us, man. The championship game for us, they're trying to ruin our season.
Illinois and number 3 Michigan.
Listen every Saturday for the nation's top college football action on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at noon.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee. Those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again and again. Call and again and again.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Reds. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004 using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or Red'sJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Starting trouble. No one likes that. We'll get you set up for some stronger starts. You might just need a fresh charge, and we'll take care of that free of charge. But if it is time for a new battery, we've got replacement batteries that'll fit your needs, starting at just $69.99. You can learn more about our battery selection at AutoZone.com. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2021.
Don't let time pass you by. Door-busting Black Friday sales are going on now and all month at Matt Platt Mitsubishi. Matt Platt Mitsubishi wants your trade, even if you're stuck in a loan or lease. Matt Platt Mitsubishi wants to get you released, and you'll get more for your trade when you purchase any select new 2022 Mitsubishi SUV, plus every new Mitsubishi Outlander SUV. Put 0 down and pay only 1.9% APR financing for 36 months. Worried that your credit will keep you from getting a new ride? Matt Platt Mitsubishi knows bad things happen to good people. We finance your future, not your past, even if your credit is less than perfect. So if you have a job clearing $350 per week, simply Matt Platt Mitsubishi. Unapproved with Tier 1 credit, rebates and incentives to dealer. Go to mattplattmitsubishi.com for complete details. Plus tax, license, registration fees. Offers can't be combined. Expires 12/4/22. So come in today and get your deal your way. Located right in the heart of Glassboro for over 30 years.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
We're back into the locker room here, broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Now, you know, Q, every Saturday we go all the way out to Las Vegas.
Yes.
We get to talk to the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan, on the Maserati, the mainline hotline. Let's go to Vegas and see him. Oh, I like that Eagles hat. He's got a
he knows how cold it is out here now.
Out there.
First of all, great to see both of you. Second of all, Billy, stop calling me 2 minutes before. You know I'm getting set up for the shot. I got to get dressed. I got to come prepared. You're calling me, yelling at me, giving me jobs. I don't need no more jobs. It's 38 degrees here.
Wow. It's 37 here.
Yeah.
It's 38 here. The wind is 25 miles an hour outside.
You got the wind chill going on.
It's freezing here. It's
cold.
Oh, by the way, Book, I'd like to introduce you to our new producer, Nick Earnshaw.
The Book, what's going on?
Great to meet you, Nick.
Great to meet you.
Glad you made the cut. I hope you learned everything you could from Josh in that short ramp-up period.
I know. I was the guy sitting behind him last week.
That's
I
what
was
I'm
just
saying.
Snaring. Yeah,
Right.
I know.
Yeah, I hope you learned
now I'm
everything
here.
you
Now
could.
I'm in Josh's seat now. Thank God.
That's big shoes to fill right there.
Now, I want to ask you this, Book. Have you recovered from last week's trauma? We traumatized you last week.
Q, I don't know if you know what they did to me, but the Billy
what they do? What they do?
Billy says don't listen to no promo, nothing. I sent
him the promo every week, and I also sent him
he calls me. You know, when Billy calls you during the week, you got to stop everything you're doing because He never calls you unless he's telling you something important. And he says, Dave, what, Billy? Calm down. Don't listen to the promo this week. I got something planned. Don't listen to the promo. Now, when somebody tells you not to do something, you want to do it. It's natural.
Yep.
But I held off doing it. So I show up last Saturday, and in the one box is Billy's beautiful face, sunshine, looks like a guy lives at the beach every day. And in the box where you're at, next to him, is exactly the same thing.
Bobby
looks just like Billy. It's his brother. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, you were seeing double.
I thought something was wrong. Yeah, it was great.
Okay.
I had no idea that he even had a twin brother.
I never told him. I mean, why would I say, hey, by the way, Book, did you know I'm a twin? Like, why would I even say that?
Yeah, right? Yeah, okay, so it shocked him a little
shocked
bit.
him. He was like, he couldn't walk. He
kept
stuttering. He was like the Goodfellas. Hey, you stuttering, you know what?
Yeah, I turned into a stutter. You know what? I was like, I asked him if he, read the paper, just like he's just crazy, just like
Bobby had the paper. He had the Daily News right next door.
Same exact thing, Q. It was ridiculous.
So you're recovered then. You're good?
Yeah. I'm fine now. I'm good.
All right, now I got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, every week you come and pick a bone with me.
I got a bone to pick with you. Last week you said on this program that there's no way that the Commanders are going to march into Philadelphia and win on Monday night.
I didn't know the Eagles were going to turn the ball over all them times and all that stuff.
Don't you know, Book, that I put a lot of stock in. I hang on every word you
said. I said to take the points.
He bet his whole week's pay and lost.
I did.
Billy's sending me tickets. He's doing parlays and stuff on the side. He's making
side money. Come on.
He's doing it. I know. Listen, I didn't think they were going to lose either like that. I thought they weren't going to cover.
Right.
There's too many points. And the Commanders are playing better.
They are.
The whole division is, the odds makers cannot figure out the whole division. The lines on Dallas are wrong. The lines on the Giants are definitely wrong. And the lines on the Eagles have finally caught up to what they probably should have been. And now they're facing, tougher games. So the NFC East is quite the conundrum, like I like to say on the Cash Considerations podcast all the time.
Yeah.
Of course, you can follow the book on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. He's got his book, Bostonian versus.
He's everywhere.
Cash Considerations, MLB Network. The guy's everywhere.
Everywhere.
The Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Brad Quast.
That's great. He's there everywhere.
All right.
It's good.
You're looking at the line. I'm going to start off with the Eagles since we're on that.
Yeah, that's
But 10 points, Q. He's right. 10 points. Again, I don't see it.
I know.
You never see that points that high this late in the season in the NFL, do you?
Not in a divisional game. Look, this week's hard. This week is hard. It's 7 points, and it's a
It started at 11.
Well, I don't know what book you got at 11. Maybe in the paper.
The newspaper.
The newspaper. You can't bet with the newspaper, Billy. If you can bet with the newspaper, you got to give me the newspaper lines and tell me to meet the guy. I'll bet with the newspaper.
Right here. See my newspaper? It says 10 right there.
Oh, well, 10. Let's get. If we can get 10, that's right.
10. Get 10.
Tell him.
We'll get 7. We'll get 10. We'll put it in between. We'll hedge him.
Look, see, Q.
There you go. I know where you're going.
Q knows what he's doing right
That's
there.
It.
See, what do you guys think? Is there a bounce back? Like this comes back, but like the Colts got this guy coaching now. They believe again. They got this is bad. This is bad for the Eagles.
I think they have a bump because they're going to play for him.
They're
going to have a good week of practice. They're going to, have their enthusiasm.
More of like an emotional leader than an X and O's guy. Like Hugh said earlier in the program, Book, he said, look, the offensive coordinator is still going to run. He's got control of the offense, the defensive coordinator, all the coaches. He's the CEO of the business.
CEO. He's he's going to give the rah-rah speech.
Listen, a lot of people in the business were laughing at this hire, Jeff Saturday. And now look, I know they beat the Raiders out there, but they stink.
Listen,
nevertheless, it's still a win. A win in the NFL.
Win's a win.
They're laughing because it wasn't them. They're laughing because they don't want to cry. Okay, they wanted the job. A lot of people talking about it. The people that are quiet, this is the same way in the book, right? It's a lesson in life. The guys that don't say nothing, they might know a little something. The guys that talk the most
don't know anything, right?
They don't know nothing. Yeah. And they're
Ursay's a tough guy to work for too.
I mean, of course. So who wants to take that job? But
yeah,
I'm telling you, is there something to Sirianni coming from that staff and knowing that team and all that other stuff? I mean, we talked about that on Cash Considerations. That might be a little something working too. I feel like the Colts are one of the, what's in the industry term is a square dog. It's an underdog that a lot of people are getting behind. I can see it, but I also can see the Eagles imposing their will and running the football down the throat of the Colts repeatedly, making them one-dimensional, having to have Matt Ryan pass, which for the Colts, they don't want that.
No.
If they have to play catch-up or come from behind, it hasn't worked all season. The Eagles could blow this team out.
Do you think the line has the line changed dramatically? I mean, you think it'll change before the game, before tomorrow, or no?
6.5
okay.
or 7 is probably where it's going to close. And every time a book goes below the 7 to 6.5, it bounces right back up because there's a bad guy waiting to play it.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'm watching, and I'm going, okay, because I initially thought, oh, the Colts coming off a win. Now they're getting – anytime a road team goes on the road and wins as an underdog, wins outright, and comes home and is getting points, it's an automatic play. It's a general principle play, a GPP. That's what I call it, because it only happens 8 times, maybe 10 times a year. And historically, that wins at about a 60 to 70% clip. The Colts are that play. But I'm wearing the Eagles stuff. I'm on, you guys are the Eagles and everything else. I want to say the Eagles are supposed to, Billy, I've been picking against the Eagles all season, and it's been working out. I'm taking the Colts plus the points. Don't pick no bones with me next week, please.
Oh, boy.
We're talking to the sportsbook consigliere, Dave Sharapan from Vegas. You can follow him on Twitter at SportsBKConsig. He does make a good point. Sirianni's going back to Indianapolis, but Frank Reich's not there. So does that diminish
No, because he knows everybody in the front office, the scouting department. That was his culture. I mean, he knows.
Yeah, but it's not like he left in bad terms.
But you always go, when you go back, you always want to beat the team.
Right.
You just want, you got that
a
extra.
little something.
A little something. That's all. Yeah.
What about the Sixers last night, Billy? Were you up watching the Sixers?
Watch the whole thing. I thought, they had like 15, 16 turnovers last night. I didn't think they were going to have a chance in the beginning to like the third period. Then they pulled away like on the Kubo. He could hit a foul shot, right?
Did you see that shot that Embiid gave him in the ribs a little bit? It was a little bit of a hard foul, but he let him know if you come in his paint, you're going to pay.
I like it when Embiid snuffed, like when Giannis was going up for that layup and he swatted it away. That was a statement.
Not tonight.
But guess what? They weren't shooting well. I don't think Milwaukee played well. But hey, in the NBA, a win's a win.
A win is a win, no matter how you get it.
The season series is split.
As a 2-point favorite, everybody bet Milwaukee to the favorite. I wore the Sixers stuff yesterday all around town. Everybody kept asking.
I saw your swag. You sent me that. It looked good.
Yeah, that was pretty serious. And Sixers won. So that was fun to see. I mean, we're still coming off the high of baseball season. And, it sounds like Harper's going to be out a while and all that stuff, Billy. Are the Phillies going to make any free agent signings? I need to know in case I got to make some World Series bets.
Well, I got to be honest with you. I've been reading a lot up on the Phillies, and there's the free agent market and whatnot.
In the paper?
Yeah.
In the paper.
Yeah,
he's got his paper rolled out right now.
I got notes. I don't know.
You have a highlight notes. I like that. Yellow highlight.
I love when he highlights.
Look at Listen, highlights.
See that?
Yellow notes.
Highlighting, right? Look, Dave, right there, highlighting.
Give me that. Look at that.
By the way, we're streaming live on my YouTube channel, The Locker Room with Billy Schweim. YouTube, got my YouTube channel. You can see that I highlight stuff right there.
I like it. What college games are you looking at? What are you looking at this week in the paper?
You asked me a Phillies question.
You didn't answer it. Well, we only got a couple minutes before you kick me off the show.
I might extend you a couple minutes today. How about that?
Come on.
Hey. Thank you.
How about they got a young kid from within the organization, Andrew Painter, 20-year-old kid, 5 starts in Double-A last year.
Wow.
5.4 ERA, 37 strikeouts, 2 walks in 28 innings. Everybody's loving this kid. Give him a
Wow,
shot.
Is he ready to be a starter or is he a
Yeah.
reliever?
Why not?
He's close.
Why
he's
not?
Close.
Why not?
I,
Nick, bring him up.
he's very young. I want to see him start maybe.
40 years since the
Yeah,
Phillies
Mick
brought
Abel.
up-
You also have Mick Abel
Mick Abel?
down there. You have Mick Abel down there too. I don't think he's ready for the major leagues yet. But Andrew Painter, because I called a lot of their games last year, and I saw Mick Abel pitch. I think he's got really good stuff. His breaking ball is unbelievable. It's got a lot of movement on it.
Wow.
And but Andrew Painter,
See that?
he's so young. He's 20 years old. You have to remember that.
He'll be 20 in April.
Yeah,
April
you
10th.
have to remember that. He's only 20 years old.
So what? There's been 40
You could-
years since the Phillies
and you
brought
have-
up.
you have to
was it,
remember.
Randy Lurch?
You have to remember, he's probably going to be on an innings count next year if you do bring him up because he's so
Right.
young. So do you want to bring up so early in the season or do you want to bring him up later in the season? That's where I'm
There's
at.
a few free agents, Jose Quintana and Andrew Chafin from the Tigers that are available. But I mean, I don't think I'd get DeGrom. I don't know if I'd go after him. He wants too much money.
No,
he's
too much.
always
We
getting
don't-
hurt.
No. Too
He's
much
not going to
money
leave
for
the Nets.
DeGrom. No, I heard he's going to Texas anyway.
Yeah.
Billy, have you ever been to
Verlander's
spring
out there.
training?
What's that?
Have you ever been to spring training in Clearwater?
No, I have. Yes, I have. For one game, I've been down there for. I've never spent any extensive time down there, but I've been down there for one game.
As cold as it is outside, I'm trying to plan the spring, and I'm thinking that a locker room on location down at spring training, if you can get somebody to hook it up, we could sit and have coffee in the morning. You could read the
We could
paper,
talk.
Yeah.
yell at me. We could go to the ball game and then come back,
Sounds like
do
fun.
some shows. This sounds like a great
Yeah.
idea for like 3 days in
I'll
March.
call you. I'll call you, Dave.
Call me, Billy. You always
Hey, I got
one game that I want to.
Yeah, I got a game here.
Please.
David, I got a good one. My boy
Iowa.
Stoops at Kentucky, Georgia. Kentucky, Georgia game.
Man,
That's my boy Mark Stoops down in Kentucky. What's that game? What do you think?
so this is a blowout. This has got to be a blowout.
Okay.
I think, because the only problem is that Georgia has nothing to play for. They're already in. They're still playing for the championship, but they have no incentive to just blow them out. So you see the tendency for people to bet the dog in this situation. I am still a book guy and watch people come in and bet Kentucky, and Georgia wins by 30. I don't
What's
think
the
Kentucky
number?
scores more than 17 points.
Okay.
Georgia will get enough to cover the spread.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Now there's one game that I'm looking at for the pageantry aspect
What's
of it,
that?
because I was at this game and
Hold on.
Q
Army,
Grove-
Navy?
No,
Which
that's
one?
not a few.
Oh.
Years ago, my
Pageantry.
whole life growing up, I always loved this. The colors, the backdrop, the pageantry, the bands,
I know what it is.
everything.
So what? So what, I'm looking at the calendar.
UCLA, USC.
Oh,
I was
okay.
there in
Yeah.
Pasadena. I was there at
The Rose Bowl.
I was there, not Pasadena. I was there at the Coliseum,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and UCLA came out in their powder blues,
It's the best.
and the USC Trojans had their
Trojans.
white jerseys on. And I'm telling you, it was one of the most, I just sat there in awe.
Yeah. Yep.
This game means something this year.
It does.
So
And I think we're going to hang up and I'm going to wake up one of the kids and we're going to drive to the game. That's the plan
nice.
right now. So
Yeah, that was
I
one of
may,
the-
I may head
Yeah,
over to the
yeah,
game and stuff. I could be at the Rose Bowl in about 3.5 hours. So that's on the schedule, but we'll see how it goes. Anyhow, the game is 2.5. A lot of rhombuses and parallelograms. These really, really smart people. They have UCLA today. All right. The story of the game is the total. It's 77. It's the highest total on the board. Now, I do a college football show every week called 8 in the Box, where you take the highest total of the week and go under. It's 17-4 over the last year and a half. You go under the highest total of the week. But I disagree with that this week. I think there might be 100 points scored in this game.
Really?
I do. I like the over. And right now, for the side, I'm actually leaning USC. I don't love it. I like it. The other total of the week is the Iowa game, Q's game.
Iowa!
The reason it's
Go
going to
Hawks.
be the lowest total in the history of keeping lines on
I do like
totals in
that.
college
They
football.
have no offense, the Hawkeyes. They score.
This is the
They can't
lowest
score.
total in a game not involving the service academies. And
Okay.
I think I would
I
go
like that.
under.
Under.
The winning score gets 17. The winning team gets 17 points.
What's
and I'm
going
like,
under?
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
Listen, Book.
That's all I got.
You
That's
love
it.
that game. We love you. We look forward to this segment each and every Saturday. Brother, We'll talk to you next
See you, buddy. Have a good Thanksgiving.
boys.
You and your
Happy
family.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. There he is, the
I love
Sportsbook Consigliere on the Maserati Mainline Sports Hotline. The first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shortest center city and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give him a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schweim and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tomorrow on Compass Media Network's coverage of the NFL. It's a pivotal matchup in the NFC as the Dallas Cowboys travel to Minnesota to take on the NFC North leading Vikings. As Dak Prescott and the Cowboys look to hand the Vikings their first loss in 8 games, can they bounce back and find a way to get it done on the road? It's the Cowboys and the Vikings. If it's the NFL, it's right here.
It's NFL Sunday on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Eagles football.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Welcome to the greatest show on turf at Springfield.
I'm pretty sure that's just tile.
Springfield, Mitsubishi, and Atlantic City. You can feel the excitement in the air because it's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, $1 down, and Black Friday pricing all month long.
Springfield, Mitsubishi, Atlantic City is coming up big with its largest selection.
Woo, and look at that protection. Every new Mitsubishi has a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
All just $1 down at Springfield.
Even the fan favorite, an entire fleet of new Outlanders with third-row seating.
There's a flag on the play. It looks like credit interference.
You can tackle credit. Just ask for credit. Amnesty.
Yes, if you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
Take the winning drive to Springfield, the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4 down, 249 a month for 72 months, 3% APR, with half credit, qualified buyers.
Everyone can boost their digital confidence with NordVPN. All it takes is one simple click. NordVPN will block online trackers, hide your virtual location, and secure your devices from malware-infected files during downloads. It will also detect malicious websites. So catch the Black Friday deal for a 1 or 2 year plan at NordVPN.com and get 3 months for free. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
When it comes to wings in the Delaware Valley, nobody beats the Piccalilli Inn. Whether it's South Jersey's best wings, tails, or ears, let them know you're sauce champion. All 10 delectable flavors are going head-to-head to battle for number 1. When it's game day, you just gotta head to the Pick. Visit them on Facebook or at Piccalilli.com for their Pick game specials. And be sure to pre-order to guarantee your spot in Sunday's lineup. Nobody beats the Piccalilli Inn. Visit the one, the only, the original Piccalilli Inn, Route 206 in Chemong.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Hey, tomorrow we'll be broadcasting live from yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmora. for the Eagles, our Eagles pregame show. It leads you up right up to 1 o'clock for the Eagles Colts. Yesterday's is the place to be. We get great crowds down there. Q, the food's unbelievable. I know last week before you even got off the stage, you had that chicken. What did you eat? It was you watching you eat that last couple weeks ago. It made me want to get it.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I don't think you came up for air. I mean, you were.
It took me.
I was like, "Hey, yo!" I was like,
minutes.
"Yo, Q."
Q was scarfing.
He wasn't saying a word.
No, I'm all business. I'm all business. I eat to consume.
Q did not want to talk to anyone.
But the food is great. Chuck Thompson down there does a great job. I mean, we have so much fun at yesterday's. We get a great crowd, and you know what the best part about it is? The enthusiasm in that bar.
Everybody's rooting for the same home team, and and then you get that stinking stupid cowboy every once in a while.
And Eddie B's got his Giants jersey on.
He's a Giants guy.
But we love Eddie B. Yeah. He's a great guy. Sean's down there.
That's okay.
Chuck Thompson does a great job.
They do a nice job.
Come down tomorrow. Yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmora, right there on Roosevelt Boulevard, right over the 34th Street Bridge, the Parkway's right there. Stop right off. Come over and see us. Yesterday's will be there from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and of course the game time kickoff is 1 o'clock. They got great food. They got $3 Miller Lite drafts, $8 Miller Lite pitchers, and they've got these specialty. They got specialty drinks,
and the food is good.
Yeah, right. How about this, Q? They got all those specialty drinks, and one of them is like the Cowboy Tears.
Uh-huh.
I forget the ingredients.
You got to get that.
Yeah, and then of course the Philly special they have down there.
No, it is good.
Yesterday's, tomorrow, Eagles pregame show. The locker room with Billy Schweim. We'll be down there tomorrow. You got to get down there and see us. Want to remind people about Tara's Happy Boxes. Give Tara an email, tarashappyboxes@gmail.com. The holidays are right around the corner. Make a kid smile. They're looking for donations or anything you can contribute to Tara's Happy Boxes. tarashappyboxes@gmail.com. 609-403-0973 is the text board if you want to chime in and get your text read, and we'll comment on it. 609-403-0973 is the text board number. We're here rocking. Bottom of the second hour, we're going to talk with the head of Orthopedic Surgeon Sports Medicine at Virtua, Dr. Sean McMillian. Got all that and more. We'll talk Phillies, Sixers, Flyers, Eagles, and more. It's the locker room with Billy Schweim and Brad Quast right here. 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles continue the 2022 season tomorrow in Indy against the Colts.
The Eagles have it, so they get it right back. The hit by Josh Sweat. This defense can set the tone.
Pre-game coverage starts at noon with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 1 p.m. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
You're about to experience the impressive performance of the new Acura MDX Type S. With a powerful turbo V6 engine with 355 horsepower. It has room for the driver and 6 passengers. Also, it's perfect for your family. The new Acura MDX Type S. Acura. Precision crafted performance.
Visit your Delaware Valley Acura dealer to find your Acura today.
At the Home Depot, we have Black Friday savings all through November. And with that comes a joyful holiday bustle that we just love to hear. Although we also love the sound that comes after the holidays. When people put their new tools to use. In fact, we love it so much. When you buy select Milwaukee M18 kits, you'll get an extra tool for free. So after you're done filling the air with holiday magic, you can fill it with the sounds of doing. The Home Depot. How doers get more done.
What if you could buy stock in pro athletes, like buying stock in companies, and make money doing it? That's Mojo. Founded by team owners and pro athletes like Alex Rodriguez, Mojo is the sports stock market where you can invest in any player on any team. Listen, if you like fantasy sports, you'll love Mojo. Say you bought Tom Brady stock when he was a rookie. You'd be up like over 4,000%. Kind of makes your stock portfolio look sick, right? Got an eye for rookies like Garrett Wilson or comeback candidates like Saquon Barkley. But their stock now, buy their stock now, why it's low. Sell high later and cash out. Cash in on your passion and download the Mojo app now. Visit the App Store and get your first player stock free. That's worth up to $10,000. And yes, it's free. Must be 21 or older in New Jersey to trade at Mojo. Have a gambling problem? Get help at 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Staples.
So rumor has it that Staples has everything I need to ship.
Mm-hmm. We have all the shipping supplies and services you need.
Boxes?
Yep.
Mailers?
Yeah, and we have UPS here in store.
Huh. What will Staples think of next?
Right?
No, seriously, I'm asking, what will they think of next?
Staples is your one-stop shipping destination. Now get 50% off shipping boxes, mailers, or tubes when you buy 5 of the same item in-store or online with 1-hour pickup. Staples, the best-kept secret in shipping. Ends 12/31. Exclusions apply. Visit staplesconnect.com/shipping for details.
From the New Jersey Board of Public Utilities.
New Jersey homeowners, you could save hundreds of dollars. New Jersey business owners, you could save even more. Best of all, you can save the planet too. Hi, I'm Chloe, your guide to New Jersey's Clean Energy Program, letting you know about rebates on energy-efficient appliances, electric vehicles, and more. And incentives for commercial projects and energy assessments that can mean lots more green for your business. Let's light our way to a cleaner future. Visit njcleanenergy.com or call 1-866-NJ-SMART.
With all the sports we have, every time of the year is the best time of the year.
And the crowd just buzzing with excitement.
On 97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD, Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing up there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
All right, we're back here broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. It's a locker with Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, 97.3 ESPN. Of course, tomorrow we'll be broadcasting live from yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmora for our Eagles pregame show, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Get on down there. Yesterday's is the place to be. It's your NFL headquarters. It's your Eagles headquarters. And, of course, you can catch Mike and Merrill with the call right here at 1 o'clock at 97.3 ESPN. Now, Q, one other thing, we're talking Eagles football, and we're going to get into some Phillies talk at the bottom of the hour when we talk to the chief of sports medicine, orthopedic surgeon, Dr. Sean McMillian will be checking in with us. He's going to talk to us about Bryce Harper's surgery. And I asked him during the week, I said, why can't an MRI detect, like they're saying that they're not going to know until they get into his elbow to the extent of the injury.
Correct.
Usually an MRI shows that.
Usually they do.
But not soft tissue. I
Not,
think,
well,
right?
yeah.
Or
So
like-
so the MRI will ligaments. X-rays are for bones, and then MRI is ligaments. But
Right.
when they go in there in the Tommy John and they start moving that
nerve
the
and
nerve
all
tendon,
tendons
then
around.
you can really find out what's going on. So,
Okay.
but that's the problem.
So he'll give us all that information
Yeah.
from a doctor's standpoint. Two things I want to ask you about with the Eagles before we move on to a little Sixers talk and maybe a little Flyers talk, despite the fact that Tortorella got kicked in the face by his horse.
You love that story. He loves that story.
Well, when he came to the podium, he got hit in the head. Kicked. I mean, think about that. A hoof hit you like that.
That's going to leave a mark. It did.
You're starting to get injuries with the Eagles now. Dallas Goedert's out. Jordan Davis is out. A.J. Brown's dinged up. Bringing Howie Roseman's bringing people in. But this is the time of the year where you got to be lucky. You got to be good. You got to be lucky, and you got to stay healthy, right?
Yep. And this is what they call you run in the rookie wall because
Okay.
all your rookies and your younger players This is their college season's kind of wrapping up at a couple more games, and then end of November, and then so these guys are getting tired, and now the vets are getting tired. If you have 5 or 6 years more in the league, your body's beat up.
All right, so that's a perfect segue, Q. You handed me the ball perfectly. So they played Monday night.
Yep.
How hard is it for a professional football players on a short week to get ready, especially after a devastating loss like they had?
So physically, it's hard. If you start,
why is it so hard one day?
Because okay, so but playing football is like getting in 70 car crashes.
Right.
70 car crash. You're being hit violently,
especially for the interior line. Who takes more of a beating? The interior linemen, the linebackers, or the
probably
secondary?
the linebackers and your nose guards.
Are you saying that just because you were a former?
No,
linebacker?
because of the force of the guards and tackles.
Right, so you
has
get
3-4 yards in there, and
then
they're hitting
okay.
you. And then plus collisions hitting each other. So your strong safeties, your tight ends. I mean, you're getting banged. So you don't start feeling. So you play on a Sunday. You don't start feeling better. You have Monday film. You got to go through walkthrough. Tuesday, you're off. Wednesday, you don't start feeling
Tuesday,
physically.
When you say Tuesday, you're off. Tuesday, aren't the guys that are hurt? Aren't they in
yeah.
there?
Oh, yeah.
They're in the tub.
They're in the tub. You can't make the club in the tub. So you're getting rehab. You're lifting, but that's your day off to get away from the game and you do stuff like that. And then so you're not feeling better until Thursday.
Then Q, like on a Thursday night, I mean, that's got to be even more brutal. Like that quick turnaround from Sunday on a Thursday night football game.
Yeah,
but then they get extra 3 days to rest.
Well, then you get more 3 days of rest, but your body, I'm telling you, your body takes the soreness, you're hurt.
So because the Eagles, look at the Eagles, they played Thursday night. Then they got that whole, then they didn't go until Monday night.
Yep.
So then they get a certain amount of time to rest.
So that
was good, but now the quick turnaround after that long rest
is now Sunday. They're flying Saturday morning. They're right now on a charter out there to play tomorrow.
Okay.
So they're hurting. I mean, it's tough to bounce back.
All right, another aspect of the game that I thought that the Eagles really haven't done anything outstanding is the special teams. This guy Blankenship, he got nailed for roughing the kicker during the game. But Britton Covey, he hasn't done anything. Like he hasn't made any big. He hasn't made any long returns.
I know. So it might be for Watkins to get back in there. They're hoping
Covey's average is 20.6 yards per return.
But I agree though.
That's just like below average.
It's
right.
Yeah. But I think they saw a lot of him in preseason and in practice. They see that he's got the potential to break the big one. So that's why they're keeping him around. But the special teams do have to get better.
Now Nick, you're up in Philly during the week, and I'm sure you hear a lot of everybody's like calling like down on Gannon again. They're 8-1. They've had one of the best defenses with the most takeaways in the league, and now all of a sudden people are like screaming about Gannon.
Yeah, no, I mean Gannon. You're kind of reverting back to last year. I feel like a little bit from this past game, and when you guys were talking earlier about blitzing, he doesn't blitz a whole lot. Like he never does.
That's the problem.
But that's what Q was talking about. Run blitz and pass blitz.
It's about adjustments, and I think what people are so upset about is that he's not making those in-game adjustments. He's not seeing these adjustments during the game or during the week. You saw against the Texans, they were getting run all over by Pierce.
Right.
The next week, you have to make that adjustment with Gibson and Robinson, and he didn't do that. That's the problem. I think that's why people are upset.
They're upset about that, and he's got to be either he's not listening to his support staff up in the box, and they're not communicating quick enough on the field. And I don't think he's got confidence in his corners. Really, I don't think. I mean, when he should, but when you don't
he's
blitz,
a defensive back. He played.
I know, but when you don't blitz and you don't feel confidence for the wide side corner to be one-on-one or the man coverage isn't there like he thinks, and that's something's not right. But he better make adjustments quick.
So
it's
when
a copycat league.
You were at the game on Monday night.
Yeah, I was at the game.
You could see, plus your football background.
Yep.
You could see more at the game.
I was sitting next to AJ Feely too.
Oh, were you really?
Yeah, and his son. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what were you talking to him about? I mean, you two guys are professional athletes. You're professional football players. You can see more, I think, than your average fan.
Yeah. So it's interesting when I go watch a game. In the stands, everyone sat down. I don't say a word. I just kind of watch like watching like I'm on the video.
Right.
And I'm a boring person to go to a game with. To be honest,
well, you're sitting there thinking.
I'm thinking. Yeah. Right. So it's fun to watch.
They see Matt Ryan this week. Matt Ryan's going to be the quarterback.
Yep.
I mean, his passer rating for the season is 86.8. But he's completed 86% of his passes, 10 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So he's turning the ball over. But I mean,
you know how you beat Matt Ryan?
How you beat Matt Ryan?
You blitz him.
Blitz him.
You blitz him.
And that's the adjustments we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's been around he's been around the league for a long time. He knows how to pick up a blitz.
But he doesn't like people in his face. He's not real mobile. Like, he doesn't like to move a lot. He moves side to side. You bring pressure to Matt, and that's how you beat him. That's how you're going to beat him.
They got to deal with Jonathan Taylor, 609 yards on the season. He's got a 4.7 yards per carry. He's right up there with
that's
Miles
that's
Sanders.
the scheme. So talk about players short week, coaches short week kills them, right?
Right.
They sleep at this facility. They're nuts. So when I sit in a game plan, I'm a D coordinator. And I'm saying, okay, what do they have film on? Oh, geez, what do we do
here's
wrong?
what they got film on, Q.
Yeah.
Last week he went 20. This is Matt Ryan. Last week he went 21 for 28 for 222 yards, 1 TD, but his passer rating was 109.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at last week's film, you're looking at the old Matt Ryan.
Yeah, efficient.
Efficient Matt Ryan.
But the thing is, we have
Jonathan Taylor.
We have to stop Jonathan Taylor. We got to circle that and go, we got to stop him. We got to get in 2nd and 8, 2nd and 9. We can't be any 2nd and 3s anymore because they'll kill us. So we got to stop. We got to stop him on first down.
I mean, if you look at Rodney McLeod, former Eagle, plays for the Colts.
Yep. I mean,
does he?
No.
He doesn't. This is all told.
He don't scare me.
He doesn't scare.
He don't scare me.
No, but I mean, he doesn't. He's not telling anybody.
No,
like he can't shed light on the guys that play.
No,
people say like, oh, you got a former Eagle. He knows your schemes.
No, I don't buy that.
What if it's like they get traded like the week before? Then is it a little bit more of an advantage, giving away kind of stuff like that?
Listen, everybody knows what everybody's doing, and
so it's a copycat league.
Yeah,
right.
But you can only there's personality in groupings and down and distance and.
But you know what scares me, Q?
Everybody knows everything.
Listen, Nick and Q, you know what really scares me is the fact that last week the spread was so big. You even had the sportsbook consigliere saying, no, Washington's not coming into the link and winning on Monday night. And now you look at the line of this game. Eagles have already lost 1 game.
Yep.
The line's high. I'm worried about this game.
So hold on. So when the line's telling you what's Vegas, the smart money doing? They're saying
Book said he's taking the Colts plus the points.
Yes.
What's that tell you?
Well, I know that scares you.
He might think deep down inside that the Eagles are going to win this game, but he's taking the Colts at the points.
Because home dog.
Right.
Yeah,
right,
home
right.
dog. That's you bet the home dog.
Don't you think?
I don't know.
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't think losing a game helps them last week. You know, the Eagles. Like you said, everybody's out. They got the monkey off the back. They got exposed and that. Blah blah blah. No, I'm worried about this game.
I'm worried because of the shortness.
Yeah, I'm worried about that.
So that's why I'm not worried about if they're going to be ready to play. I think they're first of all, they're professionals. They're going to be ready to play, motivated to play, and they hate it. Listen, they went in the locker room. They got their butt kicked.
kicked.
So as your leaders in that clubhouse, whoever the leaders, offense and defensively are, you're going, that ain't going to happen again, guys. You better wake the up, and we're going to go out. But because if we do, they're going to beat us.
Right.
So they're going to be motivated to play.
All right,
they got to correct all the mistakes. They can't turn the ball over.
But the coaching staff means more in football than any other sport. Would you agree? I think so.
Yes, I agree.
So we're going to see so this game comes down to 2 things. The guys pulling their pants up and saying, "Look, that loss was on us," and the coaching staff has to put the players in the right position.
Okay, but I agree with that. So and Gannon made the change in the second half, but the coaches can't tackle for you. The coaches can't block for you.
Right.
The coaches can't give you toughness and say, "I'm in a fight." Coach, go fight for. They got their butt kicked, like they got whooped. And the coaches got to bring that as a good coach. You have to motivate them and stress to them. They're grown-ass men, and they got to go out and play and pull their big boy pants up and go hit him in the face. They punch you, go punch him back.
All right. I'm getting pumped up. I need to win. The Eagles need to go 9-1. We can't lose to the Colts.
Yeah, you just got me excited,
the
Billy.
Colts.
You got me excited, Bill. I'm ready to put my helmet on.
The second hour of the locker room was brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. They've got a lot of new great renovations down there. They got the new outdoor patio overlooking the first tee. They got the fire pits there, the great new sound system. They have the new Pro Shop has new apparel lines from Fairway and Green, Stitch, Johnny O, and Doc Murphy, which makes a great Christmas present. Get down there. Of course, they do weddings. They
Should I
specialize.
schedule my wedding there?
Hey, you want to have your wedding there? You should.
Yeah.
Call Radio Ron Ralston. Weddings, they seat up to 275 people. Of course, they have the award-winning culinary banquet staff. They customize your menus. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. And, of course, get down there and say hello to Radio Ron Ralston for us. Hey, the Locker Room in Blitz's Market want to discount your Eagles game day meal. During the Eagles season, on game day, get a turkey or Italian hoagie for just $5 when you mention the Locker Room. Get down to Blitz's all season long at 21st and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Blitz's now has online ordering at blitzesmarkets.com or give them a call at 609-399-9983. And, of course, Dave and Joe Newman, big sports fans, not only Eagles, but big sports fans in general. And I got a phone call. A couple of people went down there and got the hoagie. They said it was stuffed. It was one of the best hoagies they ever had. So get down there.
Try it.
Yeah, you got to get down there. All right, when we return, we'll continue with more here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim and Brad Quast right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Tonight on ESPN Radio, it's a critical showdown in the Pac-12 when the 10th-ranked Utah Utes head to Eugene to face the 12th-ranked Oregon Ducks.
We got to go play a really dang good Utah team. I think they all have a taste in their mouth from last season.
Number 10 Utah and number 12 Oregon.
Listen every Saturday for the nation's top college football action on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins after Sixers basketball.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
With Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, you'll find top brand kitchen appliances with innovative features that can do more, so your holidays can be more. Ovens with built-in air fryers for baking the perfect cookies. Dishwashers with smart tech to clean everything from bakeware to festive mugs. And high-capacity refrigerators to keep leftovers fresh. Shop Black Friday savings and get up to 30% off, plus instantly save up to $750 on select GE kitchen packages at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Offer valid November 2nd through November 30th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Welcome to the greatest show on turf at Springfield.
I'm pretty sure that's just tile.
Springfield, Mitsubishi, and Atlantic City. You can feel the excitement in the air because it's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, $1 down, and Black Friday pricing all month long.
Springfield, Mitsubishi, Atlantic City is coming up big with its largest selection.
Woo, and look at that protection. Every new Mitsubishi has a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
All just $1 down at Springfield.
Even the fan favorite, an entire fleet of new Outlanders with third row seating.
There's a flag on the play. It looks like credit interference.
You can tackle credit. Just ask for credit amnesty.
Yes, if you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
Take the winning drive to Springfield, the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4 down, 249 a month for 72 months, 3% of drivers, tax credit, qualified buyers.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. It's a Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, 97.3. Of course, we'll be down at yesterday's Creekside Tavern for our Eagles pregame show. Of course, yesterday's is your Eagles headquarters. We're down there 10 a.m. to 12 noon. They do a great job. It's a great crowd, and we need to root these guys on for a big win, man.
Got to root them on, and then that's the place to be.
And that's the place to be because you know the food's good there, Q.
The food is good. I've never had a bad meal there.
All right, listen, Jason Kelsey. He will tie Chuck Bednarik for the most games played by an offensive lineman in Eagles history on Sunday.
Wow.
How much does this guy mean to this team? He's going to go down in Eagles folklore.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because of who he is and the personality. And then it's sort of when the Mummers, when he dressed in the Mummers.
Right.
Yeah, he's just a Philly guy.
Yeah,
he's a Philly guy. And they love him.
They love him.
I mean, he'll be in the Ring of Honor, and
it's because he embraces the entire city and the entire like way of life. Just
he
way to go.
Listen, he gets it.
Yeah, exactly.
And his brother gets it. Like he understands what it takes to make it here in Philly.
And their new podcast is phenomenal. Have you checked that out? It's phenomenal. There's little nuggets on there.
Be honest with you. I mean, everybody has a podcast.
Everyone's got a podcast.
Everybody
That's
has
true.
a podcast.
But some are better than the other. Better than others.
But these guys, they have like. Let other people do the talking. They can come on shows like ours.
No, but I think he's got a good personality for it.
Oh, he does. Him and his brother are perfect.
And I think that
the best podcast out there is Spit Chicklets.
Yeah,
those guys are unbelievable.
And he gets Jalen Hurts on there.
That
the
guy
other week.
Biz, what's his name? He's funny.
Pat McAfee.
But with Kelsey,
that's the football. He's good too.
With Kelsey, he got Jalen Hurts on there the other day, and he kind of opened up more because he felt kind of more
comfortable.
He
feels at ease with
Kelsey.
Feels more comfortable.
You got a lot out on me. Like the Steelers were probably going to take him. He thought he was going to the Steelers. He didn't think he was coming to Philadelphia. So you got a lot of good stuff out.
No, I know. Good. Hey, listen, and the C.J. Gardner. How about him? 6 interceptions, lead most all time. He's tied. Bill Bradley has not most all time. Let me take that back. Most for the Eagles season, but he's got Bill Bradley has 11 interceptions total in 71, 9 in 72. Ray Ellison and Gardner at 6. So guy's unbelievable.
He's unbelievable, and they're going. No, they can't tackle. But that he's just supposed to intercept the ball and take the number one receiver out of the equation.
Right.
That's what he's doing. So I'm happy.
Next week, and I'm not looking ahead. Don't look ahead.
Don't look ahead.
The Eagles, they win this week, and the next week they're going to be drinking at the Lincoln. They're going to be drinking at the Lincoln on Monday night or Sunday night next week.
I know. National TV.
All those people are going to be revved up.
Oh my God! You give them
drinking all week, day long,
all day, like 4 o'clock
after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, 4. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's our only hope that they all partied out on Wednesday night.
They'll
Thursday.
be all in on that tryptophan, the turkey, and everything.
Yeah.
So Q, you played on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
In Iowa, right?
Yep.
What's it like for the players during the holiday season? Because people don't realize. I mean, they normal people like us, we can go about our business and do everything, shopping, get the food, get the turkey and the thing. What are the players like? They don't get to enjoy that.
But during the season in college or pros,
it's a sacrifice.
It's just that's what you do. That's your job.
Right.
That's your job. So holidays, you just expect to miss holidays. In college, either
do players tend to not like to play on Thanksgiving Day.
They like the pros love it because you're the 2 games national team. Cowboys love to play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, right.
Detroit Lions love Thanksgiving. You want to play because the whole nation's watching and it's tradition. And so it's exciting.
I love the Thanksgiving holiday.
I love it too.
Fire in the fireplace.
Yep.
You smell the bird cooking all day long, right? You go to a game.
I'm asking when we eat, what time we eat.
That's what you're.
1,000 times.
When we eat.
I told you.
But you got the parade, the Thanksgiving Day parade on when you first wake up. Maybe
I'm going down the parade this year, Phil.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take my daughter to it. And then you got football on all day, and then you get, like you say, it's chilly, it's cold out. You got the fireplace.
You eat,
right? You eat.
I like to eat.
And then you snooze.
You snooze, and then I have leftovers.
Then you got
a
leftovers.
Turkey sandwich at about 7, 8 o'clock.
I make coleslaw, right?
What is it?
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Oh, I make coleslaw, right?
Yeah.
And you get the stuffing, of course, and you get the turkey. And then the cranberry sandwiches the whole next week, right?
Yeah, the whole week. Yeah,
right.
That's what it's all about.
But the players, they don't get to enjoy that when they're playing. But that's a good trade-off, though. Because you're making all that money, right?
It's
you're
just
part of the show.
You give up things and stuff. Like in college, I was always miss Christmas because you had a bowl game.
Right.
So, but that's just what you do. So, it's a trade-off. But you miss it. But what are you going to do?
All right, let's look at the schedule real quick. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Okay, let's
guess.
just
look at the schedule because you got Indianapolis this week.
That's a win. That's a win.
That's a win. Green Bay at home on Sunday night. Now, Green Bay played well the other day. Right? Did they play well the other night?
All I can say,
I thought they played well.
Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
I mean,
then they got Tennessee at home.
And listen,
on December 4th.
And if you think they ran the ball,
right?
The Commanders ran the ball
right?
against us. What's Tennessee going to do?
Right. Then they have at the Giants. Here's a stretch of games that like people at the Giants, at the Bears, at the Cowboys.
See those, yeah. So I take the Bears out of the equation, but the Cowboys and Giants.
Justin Fields, though, he could.
Yeah, he's.
I don't just say take them out.
Yeah, but he's dynamic though.
See what you just did. We were basically doing that for Washington.
I know you're right.
Right,
you're right.
You're
very much for Washington. Yeah,
you're right. You're right. And
we're going to Chicago.
Yeah, and the Windy City.
The Windy City.
That's not going to be an easy game.
That's not going to be.
No. What's the date on that?
That's December 18th, right before Christmas.
Right. I'm going out back there, but
that's where you're from.
That's where I'm from.
How cold is it out there in Chicago?
It gets cold.
That just wind whips right through Soldier Field.
Yeah,
right?
it's windy, but it's windy. There you go. No, it's cold.
And then they have the Cowboys on December 24th on Christmas Eve.
That's going to mean a lot right there. That's going to be a real.
That's the game, though. I don't take any
you can't take any games lightly.
This week is a must win, but they need to win this game.
They need to win this game, and they need to. They need to win it.
Look at the Minnesota Vikings; only have one loss on their schedule.
Yeah,
on their
they need to win this. Because they just don't want to get punched. They needed. I want to see their toughness. They need.
Yeah, they got to come out and make a statement.
It's just like somebody in the junior high just beat them up.
Right.
Now there's another. Now they got to go beat that guy up.
Right.
That's
and
what
Minnesota plays Dallas this week, so that's another matchup.
That's actually the first time that we're going to be voting for Dallas in my life.
Yeah, and because that'll mean a lot for the seeding with Minnesota, and then Dallas as well. I mean, you want them to kind of lose too, so maybe they could tie. I'm going
to be pulling for Dallas in that game.
No, you won't. You can't.
No, you can't. You can't. You can't do it. You can't do it.
I won't even get Dallas players on my fantasy.
You cannot. Are you?
I won't do it.
No, you can't. You can't root for Dallas. It's just not possible.
We're going to transition to baseball. There's a lot going on, man.
Yeah, there is.
By the way, the awards came out. The other day. Aaron Judge got the MVP.
Derverling, so he had a hell of a year.
Verlander was a Cy Young.
Yeah, he deserved it too.
Julio Rodriguez from the Mariners was Rookie of the Year in the AL. Right, manager for Francona and Buck, the job from the Mets, right? Well, we hate the Mets.
Should have been Topper.
But how about Aaron Judge? MVP of the league, and he's a free agent.
You think he's going to make a few bucks?
What do you think he's going to make?
Oh, you think they'd let him go through arbitration? I mean, will they? I mean, who?
No, the Yankees
they got to pay. They got to pay him, right?
The Mets, the owner Cohen.
He would give him stupid money. That's what Cohen would do to.
But I hear that he's going back to the Yankees.
I think he's going to go back.
He'll go back,
right? Wouldn't you?
Yankees can't lose him. They can't lose him.
Mystique of the Yankees. That's where he needs to be with the Yankees.
Yeah, has to.
They can't lose him.
What's the general manager's name for the Yankees again?
No, it's escaping me.
Well, the Yankees are the only one that can pay him the money that he's going to.
Nah, the Mets can.
Well, Mets could. Okay.
That guy
Cashman,
Brian Cashman. I heard that he said that pretty much they're close to an agreement
already.
Yeah,
they should be. I mean, you cannot let Aaron Judge go across the street to the Mets. That would look awful for the Yankees. That would look awful for the Yankees.
All right, on the other side of the break, Q, we're going to talk with the chief of sports medicine for Virtua, Dr. Sean McMillian. He's the guy that put that needle in my knee.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, my God. Yeah. He did it so well, though, I didn't even feel it.
What, you have cortisone lidocaine in there?
He'll tell
Symbis.
You. No, it's called the chicken juice.
Chicken fat.
Yeah, chicken fat.
I had that.
Really chicken fat.
Well, it's chicken. Yeah,
it's a gel that they shoot in there. And what the worst part is, it's when they shoot the needle was like, if you can see me on the Facebook or the YouTube channel, It was like this long, Q.
Oh, I know. I've had it.
That long, okay?
Yeah.
Stuck it into my knee. Now, I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even bend my knee in a 90-degree angle. He put that thing in. He said, that's going to hurt a little bit. It did. But what was more uncomfortable is the pressure that they
pressure when they put
because they're injecting all that stuff in your knee. The pressure was weird. I didn't like that.
You didn't like
but
that.
Guess
Huh?
what? My knee.
It
I've
helps?
been able to. I've been great.
You got to break down, and get a knee replacement.
Yeah,
so
eventually.
That's what we got to get.
All right. Second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf; it's fun. We're having fun in here, aren't we, Q?
We have fun every time,
every week. Okay, make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can enjoy fine diner experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. Of course, now they're taking social memberships. Social memberships are available starting at $25 a month. And believe me, you get a lot of stuff. The food down there is excellent. Of course, we reminded you about they do weddings real well, picturesque. They got an award-winning culinary banquet staff. They customize your menus. For more information, go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Friends, let me tell you about Maserati, the main line, located just minutes from downtown Philadelphia. They offer a client-focused car buying experience designed to exceed all expectations and invite you to see the area's largest selection of new Maseratis, including the sporty Ghibli mid-size sedan and the class-leading Levante, the only SUV worthy of being called a Maserati. Maserati, the main line, also leads the nation in certified pre-owned sales and has the highest quality like new Maseratis available in the market. Your experience does not end at the point of a sale, as Maserati, the main line, offers free pickup and delivery for scheduled service appointments and provides a new Maserati loaner car. So be audacious. Call my good friend Michael Pileggi at RDS Auto Group today at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800, or visit them online anytime at motml.com. All right, when we return, we'll talk with Dr. Sean McMillian. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
This is the radio home for Philadelphia Eagles football. The Eagles continue the 2022 season tomorrow in Indy against the Colts.
The Eagles have it, so they get it right back. The hit by Josh Sweat. This defense can set the tone.
Pre-game coverage starts at noon with Merrill Reese and Mike Quick calling all the action starting at 1 p.m. This is where the Philadelphia Eagles play. 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's official Eagles station.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Calling again and again. Calling again and again.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
You want the best Mexican food in South Jersey? Go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Hey, this is Red's. Come visit us at 11th and Haven in Ocean City, New Jersey, where we have been cooking up the best Mexican food, tacos, burritos, quesadillas, fajitas, enchiladas, Jersey fresh salads, and so much more since 2004, using only the finest ingredients available.
That's right. Go to Red's Jersey Mex. Call for takeout at 609-399-2272 or dine in. That's Red's Jersey Mex, 11th and Haven in Ocean City, 609-399-2272 or RedsJerseyMex.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram at Red's Jersey Mex Cafe.
with approved GMF financing. Excludes Corvette. See dealer for details.
When we say nobody beats Bennett, we mean it. Because while most dealers are charging thousands over sticker, Bennett is selling most new models at GM supplier employee pricing. Yes! During Black Friday, you pay what our supplier employees pay, not a penny more. While other dealers are still charging way over sticker, Bennett is still saving you thousands with GM supplier employee pricing during our Black Friday event. You'll save even more with rates as low as 2.99%. Yes, 2.99%. Looking for pre-owned? Bennett's got them. And we're paying an unbelievable $9,000 minimum for the worst clunkers on the planet towards any pre-owned in stock. No joke. That's a guaranteed $9,000 for total junk. Just imagine how much we'll pay for a good trade. Bennett Chevrolet, where our sales team is paid not on how much you spend, but how satisfied you are. Imagine that. It's true. And that's why we say there's no beating Bennett. Find new roads at Bennett Chevy, Egg Harbor Township, and BennettChevy.com.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. And, Bryce Harper, that run was so much fun, man.
It was great.
You were at a couple of games,
yeah,
right, Q?
Yeah, it was great. Exciting.
So I've had a problem with my knee, and the only place that I'll go that I trust is Dr. Sean McMillian.
Really? I've had a few knee surgeries.
He put that needle in my knee, and my knee's been fine ever since. So I called him up during the week. I said, you know what? I want to know more about this injury to Bryce Harper. I want to find out how long is it going to take him to recover? All the things we want to know.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call. I'm going to go right to the guy that knows.
You got the doctor on the line.
So let's go to the Maserati, the main line sports hotline, and talk to the chief of sports medicine at Virtua, Orthopedic Surgeon Dr. Sean McMillian. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, doctor.
Billy, how you doing? How you doing, guys?
Hey, Doc, my knee's feeling pretty good, man. Thanks.
Listen, I'm glad it's working. Otherwise, this would have been an awkward sort of a radio bit. So we're good right now.
Hey, Dr. Sean, I reached out to you earlier in the week because, Bryce Harper, who's our superstar, our MVP, who had an incredible run in the playoffs, is having this ulnar nerve surgery. Can you explain to us? It's the UCL, but explain to us. Like, they don't know why or to what extent the injury is through an MRI. Can you explain why they're not going to know until they open it up what's going wrong with him?
Yeah, so, his injury is an injury, as you mentioned, to the UCL, which is the ulnar collateral ligament, and it stabilizes the elbow when you throw. So the elbow basically has a follow-through. The reason, at least in my opinion, I haven't seen his MRI, that they're probably on the fence is he may not have a complete tear, he may have a partial tear, or he may have what's called a proximal tear, meaning it ripped off the bone instead of right in the center. If it rips in the center, you need to reconstruct it, and that's that famous Tommy John surgery. But if it rips off the end of the bone, or if it's only partly torn, you can do a different surgery where you repair it, and then you put a piece of suture that's actually made out of Kevlar, and that actually adds reinforcement to it. And if you do that, it cuts the recovery time in half.
All right, but they're not going to know until they actually get in there?
Yeah, so a lot of times what happens is you can see something on the MRI and have a strong idea which way you're going. But once you're actually there and you can sort of feel how strong the tissue is and sort of reapproximate it to figure out if it'll be able to heal if you repair it rather than make a brand new one, that's when the ultimate decision is made. Again, this may be wordsmithing or semantics, but at this point, I think truly if they mentioned it, it is a possibility they're going to be able to repair it rather than reconstruct the whole thing.
We're talking with Dr. Sean McMillian, the chief of sports medicine at Virtua. Doc, how long? So to tell our listening audience how if it's just a tear or they can fix it with that Kevlar suture, how long is the rehab opposed to if he has to have the whole Tommy John surgery?
So return to throwing sports, if you do the repair, is typically around 6 months, provided nothing goes wrong. If it's a full reconstruction for a non-pitcher, it's more along the lines of 12 months. But again, with the advent of the NL having the DH, I mean, there's a good chance even with a full reconstruction, you could see him back there playing and DHing as early as 6 months. So I don't think his season is lost. It's more a matter of, letting him sort of come along slowly because, look, he's still got a lot of years left on this contract. So you need him at optimal condition, and if they can hold water and keep it competitive the first couple months, and he comes back around the All-Star break, I mean, I think that's like the best off-season trade you can make, getting him for the stretch run.
Hey, Doctor, it's Brad here. Thanks for being on this morning with us. Quick question: some of these pitchers in modern days are having Tommy John surgery just to get it out of the way. Explain that. What procedure? You said the different two procedures. Which one are they getting if they're in that category? Because they're avoiding the inevitable, I guess, and they get Tommy John on their own timeline.
Yeah, so that's a great point. So a pitcher is a whole lot different than an outfielder like Bryce Harper, and really the only other position player who's ever had this and been sort of known as Corey Seager, who got it and actually came back the following year and did play. The idea of doing this on your own timeline is if you're having symptoms where you're losing velocity, you're having elbow pain, they're doing a full reconstruction if you're a pitcher. It's rare, and I don't know any Major League Baseball pitchers that have had the repair and come back to pitch. There may be some in the minor leagues, but none that come to mind in the major leagues, just because of the amount of torque that goes on and the repetition of throwing, compared to an outfielder who may throw the ball 5 or 6 times a game.
It seems like too that I don't remember Tommy John, 20, 30 years ago.
Well, no, because it wasn't just.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is that were the pitchers still having that problem?
Oh, so you're talking about why are pitchers? It seems like more now, than before.
I guess.
So it's a couple things. One, I mean, we didn't have the technology back then, so people just either pitched through or the career was over. Now it's gotten so good. I mean, look, think back to. Getting Tommy John was still a 50-50 proposition in the early 90s. And now it's predictable. Look at Justin Verlander. He came back one year later and wins the Cy Young, at 40 years of age. So the surgery's gotten so good. The rehab in particular has gotten so good that, guys are not afraid of the procedure anymore. It's not a career ender. It's sort of just a quick stop. And then, they're back at it. You worry more about pitchers with shoulder injuries than elbow injuries now because the recovery's become so straightforward.
Yeah. We're talking with Dr. Sean McMillian. He's the chief of sports medicine for Virtua. Any other things that you can think of that would prohibit him from, like you're saying 6 months, you're talking May, maybe, or the All-Star break. Is that the soonest they can get him back? Is there anything else that you foresee that like something that could go wrong, or something that other than the fact that it's got to go the whole rehab? But I mean, is there anything else that would preclude him from getting it back before the All-Star break, say?
No, so I mean, look, assuming there's no post-operative complications, infections, or a re-tear, which is very low, he should be able to follow that timeline of 6 months, give or take. And then it's going to be up to the Phillies medical staff and Bryce himself to see how does he feel. Think about the thumb injury. He came back a little earlier than we thought, but he still wasn't himself. They may say, look, we're treading water, or we're doing well here. Maybe they get off to a hot start. We're going to give you an extra month, an extra couple of weeks, just to really let this sort of, settle in and make sure we're not rushing anything. But, if you do the repair, a 6-month timeline is not unheard of, and it's actually pretty reasonable. And even with a reconstruction for the hitting part of it, think about Ohanti. He came back from his elbow surgery and again was able to DH and hit pretty early on, much before the year. He just didn't pitch for the year.
And he's having the surgery, this coming week.
Yep.
And Doc, I'm not mistaken, but people come back better than before, right? I mean,
yeah, oftentimes they do, Bill, and that's why there's this thing. We'll see parents all the time that bring their kids in and say, just do the surgery, because they see guys come back like Verlander.
Right.
And it's multifactorial. I can't. The surgery doesn't make you throw harder. It doesn't make you come back better. But there's something to be said for giving yourself a year from throwing.
Right.
Letting the body heal, working on mechanics, working on your core, all these other things that we sort of don't think about. We just think about the elbow. Those are important. And then, during the rehab, a lot of times we're able to change bad mechanics, change the arm angle, change this, change that. So they're coming back not just, healthy, but they're coming back with a better motion, and that'll preserve the elbow and actually make them throw sometimes a little harder because they're changing their arm angle.
You know what freaks me out? Every time you see a pitcher throwing the ball in slow motion, you can see the tendons, the torque on his, like, you see the torque must be unbelievable.
That's why the little kids they
have a pitch count,
pitch count
in
the
little league and
kids,
stuff like that.
You can't. And Babe Ruth, they can't be throwing curveballs at 12 years old.
Yeah, because Doc, your arm's not made to throw a baseball, right?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's just an unnatural motion. You know what I mean?
Well, Doc, listen, I really appreciate you taking time. I know you're on vacation with your family, and for you to call in, we really appreciate it. I know my knee feels great, and if you have any sports injuries that you need to have the doctor look at, Dr. Sean McMillian at the Virtua in Cherry Hill, and you did my knee's great, but I'm sure I'm going to have to see you for a replacement soon.
Now, Doc, you just got to fix other parts of his body. I'm looking at him. Fix his head.
There's only so much we can
Fix
do
his
here.
head, Doc. Fix his head, please.
All right, Doc,
Say
listen.
thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
There he is.
Arthur.
The head of orthopedic medicine, sports medicine at Virtua.
You know what? Where I had, remember Doc Andrews?
Yeah.
That's who my surgeon.
So I wasn't aware. So you've read and heard of people getting like the surgery before the actual injury happened.
just to prevent. Yeah, just to.
Because that's like you said. That's it's long recovery.
Yeah,
12 months.
Yeah, but it's they're getting it so it's
right.
inevitable. I'm going to keep the strong that I know is going to wear out on me, and
it's different for everybody because you look at Noah Syndergaard. He had it done too, and he just hasn't been the same. The velocity's not there. So.
But
And then
maybe
Verlander,
he's not. Maybe it's not been enough time. For him too.
Maybe, and it's just different for everyone. Some players come back really strong, like Justin Verlander won a Cy Young at the age of 39. So it just depends on who's getting it done and your body type. I guess
the medical technology is crazy. I mean, remember you do an ACL and rip up a knee, you were done.
How many knee operations you have?
8.
I've had 3.
8.
No, I've had 4.
2 ACLs.
I got to catch up, I guess. I'm at 0 right now.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you, probably one of the worst pain. There's 2 surgeries that I had, 1 injury and 2 surgeries that I had were the most painful.
Which ones?
My knee, blowing my knee out. Like I was rolling. I was a quarterback at Lees McRae, and I rolled right, threw the ball. When I came down, it blew out.
Yep.
Right. That pain, I passed out. I was rolling around, cursing, and next thing I know, I was out. Didn't wake up. Woke up. I don't know where I was in an ambulance. Hemorrhoid surgery.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Oh boy.
Oh my God. I wish that on my worst enemy.
Wow. Oh boy. So,
but knees, because like an elbow or a shoulder, there's no weight on it.
Yep, I know.
Your knee, your hip, you got your weight on it.
I remember one of my knees. I looked down and you tweak a knee and you catch it. You're laying on the ground. The trainer comes out and he pulls up your pants.
Yeah,
and your knee's about this one, and your knees
they
going
pull
sideways. They do the laxity test, and you go and you look at each other. Their doctors talking. Yeah, that ain't good. You look and it's going sideways. Not a good thing.
My brother blew his knee out in high school and in college. And the first time he blew it out, he was catching a punt. He took off, planted to go one way, and then cut back the other way, and it went right out.
Yep.
He went down. He got up and ran around the field, and then he collapsed because he blew it out big time.
Yeah, right. I mean, you saw Carson Wentz during the Super Bowl year when he blew his knee out. Like he went in, he went back in, threw a touchdown. And even Kobe Bryant, same thing.
But if you remember, he was diving into the end zone, and he got hit from both sides. I don't know about you, Q, but my injuries when I planted and was going one way, and that's when it blew out.
Yeah.
Did you take a hit?
Yeah, non-contact.
Non-contact.
I mean, that's why everyone wanted to go to grass turf. You catch your cleat on the turf,
right?
The artificial turf, and you just.
Well, you played in the vet where you played. That turf was laid down on cement.
I know that. And then where the turf met the baseball.
Oh, the
dirt,
cutouts.
Yeah, a friend of mine, Wendell Davis, out of the Bears, blew both his knees out
at the same time.
Same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was your buddy.
Yeah, I knew.
We got to get him on.
Let's
get him on.
I can get him on.
Talk to him about how bad that must have been. I know I blew
terrible.
out one knee. Could you imagine blowing out 2 knees?
At the same time.
At the same time?
It was terrible, yeah.
I'm not laughing at him because, trust me, we've been through it.
Our bodies are killing. Our bodies dying.
Second hour of the Locker Room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay's award-winning private golf club, where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. Of course, like I remind you, they got a lot of great new renovations down there. That outdoor patio overlooking the first tee with fire pits, new sound system. They're working on a new deck outside with a view of the 18th green for entertainment and weddings. Of course, Great Bay does weddings the best, the picturesque. You gonna get married down there,
Yeah,
Q?
sure.
Why
Absolutely.
not, right?
Yeah,
you call Radio Ron Ralston?
Radio Ron, let's do it.
I'm telling you, he'll take care of you. They can hold up to 270 with all the friends you have. You can have your wedding again. They can hold up to 275 people.
I'll have to invite 1,000 people, though. Come on.
Of course, book now for a 2023 wedding. Go to greatbay.com or give them a call at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day, Great Bay. And, of course, Radio Ron Ralston, Ryan Owen down there, they do a great job. Hey, just about everybody in this area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But we are the private business network they call the Legacy Club. Every month, they'll have private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey to attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. December 6th, you got the Christmas Gala.
Yep.
I'll let you know
wait.
what's going. We're going to go to that one.
Yep.
It's at Maggio's in Cherry Hill.
Oh, I love Maggio's.
So
All you can eat family style.
You'll be there. All right. When we return, we're going to wrap it up. I can't believe
This went
it.
quick.
How about that?
It's a quick 2 hours.
It flew.
It flew by. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, Brad Quast, Nick Earnshaw right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Today on ESPN Radio, the Illinois Fighting Illini head to the Big House in Ann Arbor for a showdown with the third-ranked Michigan Wolverines.
This game isn't going to make us, but this game can definitely break us, man. The championship game for us, they're trying to ruin our season.
Illinois and number 3 Michigan.
Listen every Saturday for the nation's top college football action on 97.3 ESPN. Coverage begins at noon.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Welcome to the greatest show on turf at Springfield.
I'm pretty sure that's just tile.
Springfield, Mitsubishi, and Atlantic City. You can feel the excitement in the air because it's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Every vehicle, one dime down, and Black Friday pricing all month long.
Springfield, Mitsubishi, Atlantic City is coming up big with its largest selection.
Woo! And look at that protection. Every new Mitsubishi has a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
All just one dime down at Springfield.
Even the fan favorite, an entire fleet of new Outlanders with third-row seating.
There's a flag on the play. It looks like credit interference.
You can tackle credit. Just ask for credit amnesty.
Yes, if you bring home $350 a week, you could get up to $25,000 in credit.
Take the winning drive to Springfield, the all-new Springfield Mitsubishi, Atlantic City.
In Pleasantville, they service all makes and models.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
Springfield Mitsubishi AC.com.
New 22 Mirage, 16.4 down, 249 a month for 72 months with 3% driver. Stock by title, qualified buyers.
Anticipation is building. The holidays are just around the corner, and at the Home Depot, we can't wait. With Black Friday savings all through November, you can count down to Christmas early with a Santa Countdown Inflatable Special Buy, only $69.98. Or anticipate when friends and family come to visit with an entrance full of LED lights that will welcome them and the holidays with open arms. Get the holiday magic started early. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Exciting news. There's a new way to head to Florida for some sunshine. It's with Avelo. Hello, Avelo. Save $20 off round-trip flights with promo code ESPN20 when you book and fly by April 30th, 2023. Avelo flies from Wilmington Airport to 5 different Florida destinations. So no more driving to Philly. No more dealing with parking hassle. Low fares for Avelo start at just $49 each way. Flights begin February 1st. Save $20 off round-trip flights with promo code ESPN20 when you book and fly by April 30th, 2023. Book now at AveloAir.com ESPN.com.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're broadcasting live from the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield, as we do every Saturday and Sunday. But tomorrow, we're going to be at yesterday's Creekside Tavern for our Eagles pregame show.
Come on out, because it's a great time. It's a really good time. Listen, a good crowd. Really good crowd.
And look, Chuck Thompson down there, the manager yesterday's, does a great job. He's got, I mean,
this whole staff is
the whole staff is great.
The
food's great. The wings are. How about the one time I had the hot wings? They have the hottest wings,
and they got good chicken sandwiches.
Oh, the chicken sliders.
Yeah,
are the best.
That's good.
Yesterday's Creekside Tavern in Marmore for our Eagles pregame show. We'll be down there from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and of course, then Eagles Colts at 1 o'clock. Catch all the action right here on 97.3 ESPN. Mike and Merle with the call, and I spoke with Mike Quick during the week. He's going to be our guest next Saturday.
That's going to be fun.
We're going to talk to Mike Quick next Saturday.
That'll be fun.
But Q, you want to give us your prediction because you're not going to be with us tomorrow, but
here's my prediction. 34-21.
34-21.
Eagles.
Okay. 34-21.
I like it.
34-21 Eagles.
Are you you're not worried about the Eagles' inability to stop the run?
I think they're going to correct it. I think schematically they're going to change it and kind of give more support. Okay. That's why they brought two new folks in. And I think their effort and their intensity is going to be better. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay. They lacked intensity.
Yeah, and as an ex-player and in a locker room coaching and philosophy, I think that's going to change, and I hope it does. If it doesn't, we'll know in the first series by kickoff what'll happen, and I'll be disappointed.
Q, let me ask you this, Q, former player.
Yep.
Brandon Graham got a flag thrown on him at the end of the game. I think they could have gotten the ball back. Who knows? But that was a cheap. You know what call? I thought it didn't change the.
It was.
They were going to get beat.
Cheap, and you look at it, and he tried to pull off, and he did everything.
I'm not going to blame the
rules. Are the rules are the rules are the rules, and you know that going into it.
He was pulling. He was pulling.
Yeah, but
off.
it doesn't matter. But you know you can't touch him. You know you can't. I mean, you know it sucks. But because he didn't. He knew what he was doing.
He just couldn't stop.
He couldn't stop himself, and he's like, I did.
So he put his hands up
because he knew he knows the rules.
Another thing, you guys, we didn't. Another thing we didn't really talk about is Jalen Hurts, because I thought he played a great game. That one ball to AJ Brown was in his hands.
He wasn't the reason they lost.
No,
not at all.
No, it was in his hands. And then the Quez Watkins ball, that's not his fault that he fumbled it.
It's got the concentration focus wasn't there. And Jalen's getting better, and I like what I see out of him.
I cannot believe that this show's over. I'm so bummed out, man.
Good show.
I had fun.
Good show. It was good. We did good today. We did good. Yeah.
Good energy, man. Let's get a win.
Good.
Q says 34-21.
And I'll be texting you. All right.
Hey, Nick, man. We broke it for
Nick's
you today.
good.
Yeah, he's
Nick is good.
Well,
welcome aboard, Nick.
Welcome aboard, Nick.
I think we'll hire him.
He's hired? All right.
He's on board. You're hired.
I'm on board now.
Good. All right. Good job, Nick.
Remember, we're going to be at yesterday's Creekside Tavern for our Eagles pregame show tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 noon. And, of course, we're going to watch the game at yesterday's. Great crowd. Be down there for that. We're going to have a lot of fun. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. You got the USC-UCLA game on. That's what I'm going to watch.
Go Hawks. Watch that Iowa game.
Watch that Iowa game.
Come on, baby.
Right. We'll see you tomorrow. Yesterday's Creekside Tavern for the Eagles pregame show right here on 97.3 ESPN.
The Fine Line with Joe Wiz airs every Sunday morning at 9 on 97.3 ESPN. Joe is often referred to as The Wiz, with his knack for exposing weak lines in football and basketball.